All right. So good evening or good morning, depending on where you are. Good afternoon. So of course, my name is Veronica Phillips. We just did like all the introductions, and this is more of a business call. So we're going to really talk more about the production side, the business side, the distribution side of the Epic. Again, the main purpose, pretty much, I'm here, and everybody else that got on is that there's a new and hot thing out there right now, and it really is taking the weight loss industry by storm. And it's of course the weight loss lemonade. And it's not just the lemonade, it's even the keto that is really hitting, and people are actually seeing results. So most people, typically you find these things or you see these things on social media. I have a lot of people in my community, Facebook community, that is on this weight loss journey, and they're using this weight loss lemonade. And not only that, they're posting results, their own results, not somebody else's, but their own. And so it actually caught my attention because I've done weight loss, tricks and things like that in the past. And what caught me was the lemonade, honestly. I've never heard of a weight loss lemonade, let alone one that might, taste good and be really, good for use and consumption and things like that. So, I was like, okay, let me get onto this. First, I was going to do it as a customer, and I changed my mind. And I was like, you know what? Let me get on one of their calls because I was invited to one, and I listened in, and I was like, oh my God, there's so many different products in there that I don't see why a lot of people are not talking about this. Well, a lot of people aren't talking about it because it's still fairly new. Being like, if a lot of the weight loss groups out there, when they first come out, it's like no one knows about them, and then they get, it goes like firestorm, and then after that, it kind of gets oversaturated, which is why, kind of people like me who done the whole bye bye belly, it's either in it or they're kind of at the end point of where it's so saturated that a lot of people like, we need to find something new. Well, this is something new. So, like I said, it caught my attention. And one of the biggest reviews I keep hearing is that the lemonade is actually really good. So it's almost like you're drinking regular lemonade, but it has, of course, all of the ingredients that help, burn fat, suppress your appetite, gives you energy, makes you feel great, and you're burning weight throughout the day. So you're not tired, you're not exhausted, you're able to get things done. It clears your mind and it makes you feel like super amazing. So, I sat on one of the calls, and one of the groups that I'm a part of, they found a very smart way on how to distribute this by purchasing, the sample. I mean, purchasing, all of the products at wholesale and selling them as samples. Not only are they effective at it, they're making thousands of dollars very easily by using this method. So that's what we're here to talk about, is this method on how you can make income by, pretty much becoming a distributor. So I'm going to share my screen. And the first one I'm going to show you is going to kind of go over that, the whole sample part. And then the second part is going to go into the business side of it. So, when it comes to the distributing side, it's very easy to do, meaning anybody can do it. You don't have to have experience. And what we are seeing right now is that everybody, including people who have never had experience before, who have never done any type of online advertising, who have never done any type of, wholesale drop shipping, any of that stuff, is seeing positive results. And what I mean by that is they're ordering this one simple pack right here called Natural Energy Lemonade. And what they're doing is they're doing their own advertising, meaning they post a nice, beautiful photo of a lemonade, and I'll show you what that kind of looks like. And of course, it's all about presentation and how you do it, and they keep it very simple. They just make a couple of comments, and then they ask, do people want to take a sample? That word sample, I don't know what it is with the mind and how that works. But when people hear samples, they know that they can test something out, and that means it's going to be at a cheap price, which is what typically is what's causing these sales to be as massive as they are, because the samples are very, the prices are very reasonable. People are charging between $25 to $35 for the samples, and you're getting 5-day, 10-day samples. So the idea is that you purchase these and you sell them as samples to build up your income and build up your inventory. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the idea that they kind of are pushing out to the teams. When you're first starting off, as a distributor, you're first going to buy it at a wholesale price. So that means it's already cheaper than what is going to be sold to everybody else if they was just to go on the website and buy as a customer. And for that one order of lemonade bundle, it's $8.95 plus shipping and handling. And when you're becoming a distributor, there's also a distributor fee. So that's about, I think it's $19.90 or $19.95. So it's roughly $20 to becoming a distributor. So overall, your first, and that's the only one, your first fee when it comes to all that, because you're purchasing the lemonade and you're actually getting your distributor access, is roughly about $125. But everything after that, it just is going to be what you purchase for your bundles or your packages, and we'll show what the packages are and different ones you could get, plus shipping and handling. So what they did was they purchased this one order of lemonade bundle, and they broke it down into 5 and 10 day samples. Now, they didn't start with 30-day samples because, of course, you only get 2 packs, which is of 60 sachets, which is individual, like we said, if you ever had a Crystal Light, it literally comes into one of those individual packs that you could pour into your water bottle. So what they do is they make 5-day samples out of that. So out of the 60, they get a Ziploc bag and they put 5 into that Ziploc bag, and they're mailing them out to the customers. And again, you pick your price, but they're doing between $25 to $35. The average I've seen, or the most I've seen, is everybody's been paying about $35. And it depends. Some people, they're willing to chuck the cost of shipping, and in others, they add it into their prices. So I'm just showing you, if you was to add it to your prices, this is roughly what you would charge. People are using Cash App, Zelle, Stripe, PayPal. There's different ways they are receiving this money. But they post an advertisement and they ask who wants samples. And everybody, when they see a 5-day sample, they're asking people to test it out. I want to see your results, take photos, reach out to me. And this is what they get. They get people that reach out. Now, what you got to understand is that in these bundles or in these 2 packs, if you're going to do a 5-day, inventory to send out, you're only going to be able to deliver to 12 people, because that's what a 5-day bundle has. You're only going to be able to deliver to 6 people if you're going to do a 10-day, which is why they sell out so fast. But you look at that one order that you paid for $90 plus shipping and handling, by selling all of your 5-day bundles, which, let me tell you, I've yet to have one person who actually advertised on their social media who has said they did not run out the moment they got their bundles, the moment they got their pack. Most had to already, when the day they got their pack, had to already place a second order because more than 12 people wanted a sample. So, and some people wanted 10-day samples. So when you look at your inventory, it's already a very small inventory when you're doing your first initial advertising. So when you look at one order that you purchase, you're literally making between $380 to $420. And why is it? Because usually, if you're going to do a 30-day, which again, you usually don't want to do that when you're doing your first inventory, but as you start doing more of these, you can add 30 days, because some people are going to say, I want a whole month sample. Can I get a whole month or 2 months? But if they do, a 30-day, you want to give them like a discount for doing the whole month, versus, hey, we're going to charge you $70 a week. So that's kind of what they did. This is kind of how much money you can make. And this is kind of, like I said, this is kind of what the samples look like with the 2 packs. So this is how much money you could typically make in your first week. Again, people have made this in a day. Again, when I tell you, people ask, in a couple of calls we sit on, the first thing they ask is, well, how much did you sell, or how much did you make? And they go, I made 300 in a day. I made 400 in a day. I made 500 in a day. It just depends on how you start off. But if you buy one lemonade bundle, and the day you advertise and say, I'm willing to give out 5-day samples for $35, I'm telling you, it has worked. They see the colors, they see the presentation, and they're like, I'm in. What do I gotta do? So what we have learned, and like I said, in the way they're teaching us, is that you buy one bundle first. When you buy that one bundle, you do your advertising and you sell them in 5 or 10-day packs, because that gives you the same amount of money. And once you get close to that inventory, or once you actually make at least $100, then go ahead and order your second inventory. And what they are doing, or what they have shown, is that instead of ordering an additional bundle, most people, they just say, screw it, I'm going to skip to at least 3 packs. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. That's what they did instead. So, they use their profit and they ended up purchasing 3 different bundles of lemonade. So that's $89 plus $15 for shipping and handling. So it's roughly $315 that you're coming out of pocket, or actually coming out of your profit. So you still got money left in profit, but now you've got yourself for 36 bundles, 36 orders that you can now help out 36 different clients if you're doing 5-day bundles. Now this is after people have already potentially tested out the 5-day sample. And most of these people that test out the 5-day sample, especially if they have lost weight, they're going to ask for more. They have asked for more. We have seen people really reaching out and saying, I want 30 days right after they do the 5 days. So this is where that 30 days can come into play. So if you end up ordering 3 packs and you only have 36, customers, if you're doing 5 days, you only have 18 customers if you're doing 10 days, and you only get 6 customers if you're doing 30 days. So it's still a short inventory, which is why it still sells out very quickly. But if you order 3 bundle packs, this is how much money you can make, when you sell out. You can make roughly $1,200. And then again, that's either from 18 customers, 36 customers, or 6 customers. So you're making almost $1,200 because people are saying this is either good. You already have a high inventory of people who want this lemonade pack, this lemonade deal, and it's putting money back into your pocket. But let's say you go a step further and you're saying, well, I like this whole thing where I can order 3 packs a week. Now, what I did was I averaged the monthly cost of how much it could cost, because we already estimated at the top that's $315 every time you restock or reorder. So if you multiply that by 4, that's how much it's going to cost average monthly. But this is how much money, if you said, okay, I can run this because I can do 36 bundles a week, or I can do 18 customers a week, or I could do 6 customers a month. Well, of course, the 30 days is a little bit different, but you get what I'm saying. You could do 24 customers a month or something like that, and you're coming out to like $3,300 in revenue, roughly $3,300 to $3,700 in revenue. And that's just because you're like, wow, this is running out quickly. I've seen people, again, in these groups that have never made money before, making $2,000 a week because they are buying 4 to 5 lemonade packages because they're running out so quick. Some people have literally have a wait list because so many people want these 5-day samples. Now you can go a step further and say, screw it, I want to do 4 days. I can order 4 bundles. I got enough money. And like I said, I always recommend, if you're going to do it, you can use it from your profit. Like, wait until you make the money and then increase the amount that you're going to use. If you have a wait list, they'll wait. Trust me, they will wait. Especially if they see more and more people in these results. We add them into our Facebook community where people are going to start posting their results. People will wait for their bundle, for their packages. So, this is if you choose to do 4. You order 4, that's about $420 that you're purchasing a week. That's about almost $1,700 a month, but you're making roughly $5,000. Roughly $5,000 by either 48 customers a month, 24 customers a month, or just 8 customers a month. Just depending on how your customer and clientele gets built. And that is what people have been doing. I kid you not. It's very simple. They advertise and they have a client list. And they keep that list, and those people either keep coming back, or an additional thing they do is they want to become an actual distributor themselves, because it saves them money by becoming a distributor. Now, what people have started to think outside the box and do is, because yes, when it comes to lemonade, that's just one part of it, but there are other ways that you can lose weight. So people have actually started to use combinations. So they're using lemonade and they're using that B-keto shake, or the B-keto juice that kind of keeps you in a ketonic state. So again, now you're talking about suppressing your meal, having your fatty acids burn like daily, 24 hours. And it's also reducing your appetite. So when you are eating, you're not eating, you're not eating large portions. So now your body is going to be working and double working, because keto literally is giving you like 3,000 milligrams a day, which again, they tell you to look online, look at, Walgreens and all these places. You won't see someone that's going to give you such a high amount of milligrams, at such a reasonable price. So what people are doing is they're using these as bundles. So they're using and I know it has the detox on here, but just ignore it. They didn't have a package where I could show this cute little photo. But we're talking about just including keto and lemonade, where you're taking one packet of lemonade, maybe drink that in the morning or at lunch, and then you do your keto, either in the afternoon or evening. And what people have done, of course, is you double your package price. And people are buying this. They're buying the keto and they're buying the lemonade. So again, that's 6 deliveries, because now you got to realize that the keto only comes in 30-day packages. So you could buy the lemonade package at the same price, but it's a little bit cheaper. It's like $50 for that, and then it's $90 for the keto for 30 days. So I know that says 90. It's supposed to be like 130, so my numbers are off, y'all. My bad. But it's $90 for the 30-day keto, and it's $50 for the lemonade. I mean, I'm getting my numbers all mixed up again. We'll look at it in a second. Anyway, we'll fix that price up there at the top. But anyway, it's the same concept, right? So they're doing the beef keto and the lemonade, and they're charging $80, and people are buying it. Or they give them the 10-day and they're charging $160, or you give them the full month and you're getting like $450. So most people, again, they're usually just doing the 5-day and 10 days because you get more money out of that. And like I said, you get 6 deliveries, 3 deliveries, or 1 full out delivery. And this is how much money you can make from one shipment. You add the second shipment, and it costs a little bit more when you do 3 orders. 3 orders, again, cost roughly $14.40 when you're doing it, like as 1 order. But if you do it like every week, you can make roughly about $5,700. And if you do 4 months, you could be making roughly $7,000 as a bundle. So most people are kind of doing that. They're doing the bundles. But that's after they've made profit from the lemonade. So most people built their clientele and they built their portfolios off of the lemonade. And then from there, they use the profit that they made, and they use that towards bringing in bundles for the keto. And there are so many people who's trying out the keto, because again, you understand what keto does and how it helps burn fats and how it suppresses your appetite even more and allows you to eat less and focus on, certain, nutrients and areas of your body while it's burning and things like that. That's kind of what is happening when you do both. So what they're seeing is that people are starting to tone out as well as burn and lose weight. And they're doing it in a I ain't gonna say in a faster manner, but they're doing it in a way in which they're losing 5 to 10 pounds in like 5 to 10 days. So it has been showing that it has shown the results. Now, what we are doing, or what we have volunteered to do, and that's only a few of us, but hopefully we get more people that have the brains to kind of work with us, because we're not all experts at this, but we do have understanding of health and wellness. But we're going to also, with our customers and clients, they're going to get, an ideal meal plan. So I don't call it diets. I don't call it, all of these other things. I just call it a meal plan, because, at the end of the day, they can choose to do it. Everybody's body is different. So you don't want to talk about portions. But what you do is you give different type of ideas of what kind of meals they can eat while they're doing the lemonade and the keto diet, or I ain't gonna call it a diet, the keto plan, the wellness challenge. And they'll also get low impact exercises. So it's things, of course, that anybody can do, regardless of, your age, your capabilities and things like that. The whole purpose is that you want people to continue to move around and be active while they're doing this, while, at the same time, being, very open and aware of things you're putting into your body. And by doing that, you just start seeing even better results, and more people, potentially seeing, that they can do something, one, enjoy their drinks, because lots of people love lemonade. And the keto is like what is the flavor of keto? Hold up. The keto is, I think it's grape. So a lot of people say that grape is really good as well. And like I said, from there, you're putting the right natural nutrients in your body that's technically supposed to be in your body anyways. But now you're doing it at flavors and ways that you can enjoy and potentially do this for the long run. There's people that have been in these type of I don't know how long Be Epic's been out, but I know there have been people that have been in the pre-phase while they were doing this and lost lots of weight. They've shown how they shedded hundreds of pounds, how they have toned out. People that typically don't like drinking tea, people don't like taking, pills, and they're enjoying this lemonade, they're enjoying, the keto drinks, the juices, the vitamins, the smoothies. I mean, what they did is they literally made things that typically we say is not healthy for us to consume, and they've made it healthy. And that's why people like this so much. And people have actually gotten pretty smart and very creative on how to advertise these things, which is why we're including like wellness, exercise, and things like that. You put them into a group, you offer them a challenge, you tell them to post their results, and that's how more and more people come to this. That's how you can end up, enhancing your clientele. Hey, refer someone, I give you a free week of whatever it is that you want to give them. Some people have even went to the extreme of they go out and they went to Walmart or the dollar store and bought these nice little $1 water bottles. And what they're doing is anyone who buys a 10-day or 30-day bundle from them, they're shipping them a bottle, and they want them when they start their challenge to take a photo and then post it with their bottle. Again, it's all about display presentation, but it's kind of a thank you gift to them for getting started, for getting inventory and all of these other things, for purchasing from me and things like that. So these are just two big ideas that, again, there's so many different ways, and I'm gonna go again into the back office so y'all can see all the different types of things that's in there. But what we have seen from at least the community I'm part of that has sold the quickest and been the most effective is that lemonade and the Be Keto. So again, either people are ordering and offering the Be Keto in the same kind of concept where they're doing 5-day, 10 days, and then their recurring customers, they offer a 30-day, discount, or they are literally just purchasing lemonade and lemonade only, and they're continuously selling these to their customers. And like I said, they start with as small as 10 deliveries, and they're growing their customer base to almost like 40 to 50 a week, where they're sending these out, making about $2,000 to $5,000 weekly. So it's very doable, and you don't have to put no money into advertising if you're not afraid to advertise on social media. The biggest thing that is making all of these people successful, even the ones that hate advertising, is they're posting their lemonade, they're being vulnerable, meaning they're showing, they might not take a picture of themselves, but they're taking a picture of their scale. They're showing that it works for them. And they're doing this every single day. They've been doing this every single day. Like I said, someone reached out to me 30 days ago and I was not interested, but I started to see, and I actually seen people's results, and they are posting consistently. And that's what actually said, you know what? Let me test this out. Let me go ahead. Let me at least, first I was like, let me at least just get in tune with this, because I want to lose weight and I love lemonade. Like, I drink lemonade in my house, so I am okay with this. It doesn't work if anything, the lemonade tastes great, and I'm only getting it like a 1 week, value for $30 something. But after I sat in and listened to the actual presentation that they gave, I was like, this actually makes sense on why people are doing this and getting into it. And again, no other company offers a weight loss lemonade. So I want to show you guys something. While you guys, are here, you can ask any questions, but I want to show you guys something. I'm going to hit Google, and then I'm going to share you guys something. This is how creative people have gotten when it comes to how they are advertising. So you put weight loss lemonade on a Google search right now, and you actually can see $25, $35. I mean, people are really, there's like, of course, the recipes, but people are actually advertising this on Etsy, and buy 10, get 4 free for $70. I mean, there's different ideas out here on how people are advertising this. and making money. It's funny because if you click on one of these and see how much they're selling them for, and then you go on here and see how many people have purchased these. Where did it go? I was on here the other day and it was showing like, did I miss it? I probably did. On here, it typically will show you how many sales are on here. Does somebody see it? I don't see it.
I don't see it yet, D.
Okay, I have to remember how I found it last time, but when you click on some of these links, it will tell you how many people, and typically on Etsy, it will tell you how many sales a person has. But you go on here, you see people are really using these right now. 12 people have this in their carts right now at $50. 12 people, like 35 shop reviews. So this one, all the boxes up. So you can read on here to make sure you make your stuff isn't as some people they're not getting crappy reviews, on because you gotta remember you're the one who's sending this stuff to them. Oh, it said 325 sales. So this person at $50 made 325 sales, and even with some of the unhappy customers, it's like 4 stars. So I mean, if you do the math and you do 325 times 50, that's how much money that person has made on this one. This one is probably a newer, but for $70, they have made 5 sales, and even so, 6 people have this in their carts. So people, as this company is getting more and more known, more and more people have realized that you can go on Etsy. And again, it's all about pricing. So if you actually have a decent price and you have a good presentation for people to actually see, the results, and it's very catching, people are buying this. The person that's 300 something sales was probably the first person who thought about doing this on Etsy. And that's why their price is at $50 in the reviews, regardless of how you look at it, and things like that. But more and more people, again, 6 people in their carts, but more and more people are starting to be smart with this, and they're using social media they're using ways outside of their Facebook to get this. And I actually think I saw somebody even on Amazon. I think they're getting there to eBay. Somebody's using eBay. So eBay is another way you can start using this. People are getting very creative on this and starting to advertise these on all of these different platforms, and they're making the money very, very quickly. So that's one way that we were talking about how advertising can work for you if you don't want to, do Facebook ads. Now, what I will say is that I've noticed that the ones who use Facebook ads literally had hundreds of comments wanting a sample in a matter of days. So if you're talking about a quick reaction, doing a $10 or $20 advertisement for a week could potentially have you with 400 or 500 customers. And that is one way we're thinking as a group, at least in our group, to help with some of the customer and clientele, is building an advertisement where all the customers are going to get streamlined to a contact list for us to reach out to them, get them to buy into it. They'll get on a reserve list if we're out of stock, but they'll get into it, and we actually will mail the product out to them, and we make income from it. So there's multiple ways on how you can do this and make income. Like I said, the ones that's part of our community, or the community that I initially got started with, they're making $2,000 to $3,000 a week by using advertising, Facebook ads. Some of them found out about Etsy, so they're learning how to create their accounts in Etsy. A couple literally just started with Pinterest, which nobody has started using yet. So Pinterest is another one. And I even seen someone start on Amazon. So, when you're purchasing things at wholesale price, you're able to advertise them however you see fit. But just for your initial inventory or your first month, you only really have to advertise it on your own Facebook page and get your customers from people that know you. They will see that lemonade and say, "Oh, that looks so good." And you could really get your first 400 to $2,000 to $3,000 just by advertising it on your social media. So any questions before we get back into the second part of this? Any questions?
No questions for me.
Okay. So that, there was a question on how can distributors make money without, now that's individual work, meaning this is how you can make money as a distributor without having to do any kind of recruiting. So like we talk about 2 types of businesses, 2 sides to the business. All of these businesses allow you to do things on your own. Meaning you don't need to recruit to make money. I just gave you guys an example of how people are making $5,000 to $7,000 by just doing it themselves and kind of sticking to themselves. Now, I'm going to quickly show you again why distributors work and some of the ideas that me and Kim was talking about on how you could be hands-free on your distributors and make thousands because of the type of industry they are in. So I'm going to kind of skip over most of this, but most of the advertising looks something like this. Again, it's recommended to either do a scale type of advertising. You can do something very simple like this. If you don't have a clear glass, you can go to the dollar store, Walmart, buy you a very cheap clear glass, because the whole point is about presentation. People have to see the colors, the display. That's what makes these sell. And when people run their Facebook ads, they use these simple photos, which has caused, as you can see, 70 comments, 100 comments, whatever the case may be. A lot of these are done on people's actual pages. And from there, you know, it just kind of goes skyrockets. But if you do Facebook ads, it's the same concept. Weight loss lemonade is unheard of, so people want to know more about it. When it comes to the distributors, again, this is completely optional, but this is kind of how it takes pressure off of you. If you bring in 2 distributors, just 2, and they're very interested and they're engaged and they literally follow that same game plan we just talked about on the previous slide, on the either the, you know, they start with the one bundle and build themselves up to 4 purchasing and re-inventory and restocking themselves up to 12, you know, was it 4 bundles a week? You know, you could quickly close out this $4,900 volume, because technically, if they are closing out their own inventory of 4 bundles a week, that means that they're actually closing out 12 sales at $90. So that would actually give you 90 volume points, just so you kind of know how that works, or a little bit more than 90 volume points. But you'll be well, just based on your 2 distributors plus yourself. If y'all work together, y'all literally could reach this. And this is even before 2 distributors bring in their own 2 distributors. But if you do the 4 bundle concept, meaning you're selling roughly 4 sets of lemonade packs a week, you're literally making enough money to, I want to say, what was the an additional $3,500. That's on top of what you're already making from what we showed earlier. So if you're selling 4 packs worth of lemonade weekly or monthly, what did I say that was? Close to $5,000 of individual sales. Then you're talking about roughly $3,500 on top of that. So this is like, a lot of people don't really realize how big and powerful this is just from selling lemonade. So, but your goal is that if you're bringing on 2 distributors, you want to help them first get their business up and running so that they're able to get their lemonade packs, and then making sure they're doing their advertising. But your goal is that you want those 2 distributors to have their own 2 distributors. So again, you can release some of that weight off of them and they can earn this additional income as well. So that's a total of 7 people on your team. 7 people who all work together to sell and advertise roughly about 10 orders a month each can easily be making $3,500. And like I said, if you do that strategy we just talked about, where you're just solely selling lemonade through samples, you could really make roughly 12, putting in 12 orders a month anyways. So you're meeting your quota. The next one, of course, is the diamond level. So this is, again, when you're bringing in 1 more person. So you're bringing in, you have a total of 3 distributors that are directly working for you. And those distributors also have 3 of their own. Again, the concept does not change. The goal is you want them to use that concept we just showed about the lemonade sales. And if they're bringing in roughly 12 sales themselves, again, they're making 12 orders. It's very easy that not only are you making roughly about $5,000 on that end, you're making an additional $7,000 of residual income as a business owner, just because you guys are continuously having to restock your own inventory to sell. So, and then one of the great things is I'll show you how that benefits you, because sometimes you don't even have to use your own money, because you can use the money that's being used or paid to you by direct bonuses to restock. And then diamond level is 4 distributors. So again, you know, I don't know a lot of businesses out there, but 4 distributors on your team, that's 4 total distributors that you personally bring in. And then you work with them to bring in 4. So like if you've already worked with your first 2, they should already be on that 3rd or 4th one themselves. So you're really only working with that one additional distributor because you've already worked with your 3rd one, your 2nd one, or your 1st one. But if you choose to bring all 4 of them in at once, then you're working as a collaborative team again, one, so that you guys are all selling at least roughly 4 bundles of lemonade a week, or again, up to 10, like I said, 10 reorders, 12 reorders a month. And that's $12,000 that you're making on top of the 5,000 you're doing on your personal sales. Now, again, if you choose never to bring in another distributor, you could literally sit on here with 4 distributors for the rest of your career in this lemonade business and still bank in 12,500 because you guys are personally always bringing in more customers when it comes to your personal sales. So you're really making between $12,000 to $17,000 just off of 20 something people a month, and y'all continuously doing whatever type of advertising and marketing that you're doing to bring in hundreds of customers who is running you out of lemonade every single month. And this is what people are doing. They're literally just bringing in small teams and they're building their business with those small teams. It's not bringing in 20 people, 20 personal people. It's not bringing in 30 personal people. They're really bringing 4 to 5 strong distributors who see the value of this, who want to build their own empire. And then they come together to build a concept. We already built that concept for you because we showed you. And like I said, we'll go over that one more time, a quick overview of how you are personally responsible to do, the individual sales. But again, this is just by the distributor side. Again, this is totally optional, but there are so many customers who see this and they're asking to be distributors. There's no reason why you can't become, you can't find distributors within your customers. There's so many people that literally said, I want to do this and sell this. What do I have to do to get started? There's no reason why you cannot bring them on as a distributor of yours. Now, if you have a team that's even bigger, what I tell everyone is that focus on a small group when you first get started. Every month, bring in another small group. You don't have to bring in 10 to 20 people each month. Say, hey, or give it to your teammate, someone who might need an additional distributor. Like you can always share the wealth. There's multiple ways on how to be smart on how you are building your business, but helping your team as well. Because everybody's going to have the same exact goal. You're expected, if you're going to do this, to work the same exact way everybody else is working. It's not meant for everybody else to do the work for you. It's meant for all of us to do this together. So I just wanted to kind of quickly show that on how the distributors work. But one of the really great ideas that me and Kim was talking about was how you can also use your local community to be distributors. So believe it or not, again, people, if you go into a nail salon, right? What is the thing you see when you're making, people are getting their nails done, and what do they offer you? They offer you like a water with a lemon in for free. Now, just imagine if you went to a nail salon and you talked to them about these lemonade samples. Now, first, as a business owner, you want to make sure you could give them 2 or 3 packs for free because you want them to try it out. So you give them maybe 2 or 3 5-day packs. This is after you put some money in your pocket, or you're willing to, invest that, because I'm telling you, you give it to them, they take it and they like it. They're going to be like, you go back and follow back up with them 7 days later. You say, hey, you think this would be a good business profit for you? Would you like to kind of partner with me? Instead of you selling it to them all the time, you sign them up as a distributor and allow them to buy it themselves. You just give them the game plan and say, hey, when you lay them out, we sell them for 5, we sell 5 for 35, 10 for 70. You could sell it for however much you want, but this is what we're doing. I'm telling you, they're going to do it. You go to beauty salons, do the same exact thing. Give 2 people, maybe the owners, a chance to test it out, see if they like it, and then sign them up as a business partner. I am about to literally hit maybe every nail salon I could think of, every beauty salon I could think of, because I'm telling you, weight loss, women, lemonade, there's no reason why you cannot think outside of the box and make this a thing for you. There's no reason why you can't walk into a store, one of those kind of stores, not offer it to them, and I don't see them turning it down. If it looks like something that can bring profit to them, I could see them taking it. You might have to give them a couple of samples for free because you're trying to build that connection, that relationship. But I'm telling you, it will work. And then guess how much, guess, because it's a business and it's a business that pretty much has customers coming in and out daily, guess how many bundles they probably will buy? I guarantee you they'll buy like 20 boxes a month at a minimum. Kim, what you think they're gonna buy?
I believe at least that.
They
Absolutely.
got budget for things like this. They're not coming out of their own pocket. So you could find your five distributors within the health or the nail salons, the beauty salons, the spa industry. And you can literally kick your feet up and allow them to pay you because they are a distributor of you. You
Mhm.
signed them up under you and they're a distributor of you. People ain't talking about this and we ain't trying to get people to talk and take our idea. Kim brought this up. I was like, oh my God, this is genius. Like,
I believe I believe we can find 5 stylists in one salon. How about that? And have them do a contest.
yes, there is so many creative ways that people are not really thinking about this. Nobody is doing weight loss lemonade right now. And before this becomes oversaturated, we have a chance to take advantage of that and at least have ourselves established before everybody is in on this and doing this. We have that chance before everybody else. So that's kind of our skill on the business side. Like I said, oh yeah, I said I would show you guys the products. Let me go back to that. Any questions so far? I see we lost some people. I know some of them, they've been trying to get on and off, so it might have been coming in and out. But to get started as a distributor, honestly, all you have to do is buy any of these packs. There is no set price. Every pack has a volume. So you do got to understand that to make certain rank requirements or get certain residual, they usually use that streamline of $89, $89.90. That's kind of where the golden number is. However, there are some people that typically say, hey, what if I don't have $90 to start with, plus shipping and handling, plus the first initial, distributor fee. So what if I don't have that? Then what you typically do is say, okay, too easy, start with the $20 pack. You still got to pay your distributor fee, so that's roughly $40 that you're going to pay starting up. And then what is recommended is while you're waiting on this Fuel to Go, and this is a Fuel to Go, and we actually have people who have reviewed this, and they said a great community to start hitting on is drivers that do DoorDash, Uber, all of them. You can actually have them as your distributors for this side of the business. Let me tell you what communities I'm about to join. Because if you look at these packs, some of these packs are up to 110. Let them do that work. That's their area of specialty. But this is, again, another idea you could think of when it comes to people you can bring into your business, into this industry. But you could start there. And then what you could do is 2 or 3 things. You could do an advertisement and get your pre-orders in, meaning you get the people to buy the packs ahead of time, the 5-day packs ahead of time. When you get enough money from your customers, then you can order your actual first set, which is this one right here, the $89.95. Or you could bring in your distributors. Now, when you have distributors, and they pay for an $89.95 pack, you get $35 per enrollment. So if you bring in 3 distributors, you have enough to purchase your first $89.90 pack. So those are 2 different ways on how you can get yourself established if you don't have $125 roughly to get started. You can literally start with the $40 plus shipping. I think that's going to be close to $50, but you can start there and either do your advertising and do a pre-sale order, meaning you could get up to however many people doing pre-sales. Some people did that too. Or you can bring in your distributors early and have the back office and they give you that immediate $35. The moment they sign up, you get $35. The moment they enroll, you get $35. So you can use that to use your to purchase your inventory. Now, great thing is the more distributors or the more your distributors buy their bundles and package, especially if they're doing these continuously. So like I said, if you do the math and you're making 4 sales a week at $89.95 where you're purchasing bundles, let me bring out my calendar. This is how much money as a distributor you're going to get paid immediately in your back office. So that's 35 times 4. So that's $140. And if you think about what we were talking about weekly, times 4, that's $560 of direct pay you get as a distributor every time one of your distributors are ordering and resupplying themselves for their own bundles. $560. And if you go back to that slide, and I'll show you in a second, that's what I think that's enough for the 3 bundle set that you can actually purchase without having to use any of the money that you're making from your individual sales. So if you don't want to use that, that's where your distributors come in hand. That's where they come handy, is when they're using their own, when they need to order more bundles themselves, because we're all going to need that. When we first start off, we're going to have to use the commissions we get from the sales. And then from that, it's just going to be on autopilot because the distributors are going to be buying their own resupply. And that's just going to help you when it comes to using that instead of actually using the commissions you're getting from your personal sales. So there's like 8, like they said, there's 8 different ways you get paid in this company. I just didn't want to hit on all 8 of them. But the moment someone buys the $89.95 bundle or higher, you get direct commissions, you get paid. Some people, they purchase these, like I said, they will purchase the $89.95. I was talking about the keto, so you can see just for a 30-day package, $89.95. But this one is $50. So some people will do that so they can have the keto. I actually decided to get this pack right here because it gives you 30 days and 30 days, and it's less than what it's a little bit lesser than what you would have had to pay for the 89 plus the 50. Plus you have 4 additional bundle sets that you can kind of use at your own leisure. But this gives you 30 days of keto, 30 days of lemonade, and you can use this roughly at $150, and you can use that and sell that as a bundle for $80 per pack for every 5 days. So that's where the numbers I was trying to tell you guys earlier, that's kind of where it got messed up. So that's where, like I said, some people have tried the 3-pill system that they're doing. I just know some people, like I said, they're not into the pills. So I feel like based on what I've been seeing from the community that got me started, if they have literally been the most successful with this lemonade and the keto and making those bundles and making literally $2,000 to $3,000 a week, not a month, but a week. People that have started up and never made money are making money in a week. So again, just so we can refresh everybody's memory on what the presentation, what it looks like, you know, when it comes to the process is you start. You start here. You get your first bundle of lemonade, make roughly $400. Use that $400 and restock your first inventory of 3 bundles. Use that inventory right here, and that's 36 sales, 18 sales. And I tell everybody, you know, don't do the 30-day sales until you're like in your 2nd or 3rd month. That's kind of how they've been doing it, is saying, hey, we're not going to offer 30-day sales. Right now, we're only offering 5 and 10-day sales because you're making more money. And then, of course, 30 days, you give them a little bit of a discount. Still a good amount of money. But then what you do is you order your first order of lemonade for 30-day sales. And as that starts to work, you start using that inventory to restock yourself. And then that's when your money really starts to come in, and you're making roughly about $3,300 to $3,700 if you're ordering like 3 bundles a week. Big money right here. Like I said, if you want to order more than 4 bundles, you can, but 4 bundles literally is paying you out roughly $5,000 a month. You bring in the right distributors for your business, you can be making $12,000 to $15,000 in your first 30 to 60 days off of personal sales and team sales. Very, very simple. Okay, Natasha said she's going to work on the flyers. Kim had to hop off on another call. Any questions? Trey, I know you got on a tad bit late, which is why I went back to this just for you. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm just still processing everything. The numbers and everything for the most part makes sense. Sorry that my background is really loud. That's the little baby. But it pretty much makes sense. I took a screenshot of some of the slides just to go back. But whatever questions that'll pop up, I'll definitely just ask you or I'll message you or call you.
Okay. So again, what our team is doing, just so everyone who didn't get a chance to make the call and they're watching the recording, what our team is doing a tad bit different, again, is we are sticking solely to the lemonade and keto. We ask everybody pretty much because we've noticed the lemonade has a very high turnaround volume, meaning people want this very quickly. We have literally told everyone to get this pack first. Once your pack comes in, start your advertising. Or if you want to do pre-sales, you can do that, but start your advertising, but understand that you will only have between 6 to 12 customers that you're going to be able to service with your first bundle that you receive. Only because one, you might be using the stuff yourself because you're advertising, but two, like I said, that first day that you put out there that you have samples, people want them super quick. So you could either request only, hey, I'm only doing 5-day samples right now because I have enough for 12 customers. Or you can say, hey, I have 10-day samples and I'm giving out 10-day samples to 6 customers. When you have enough to do your second order, then, or your third order, we recommend that's when you bulk up and either get, because shipping and handling is crazy. Try to get 3 bundles for your next one. And once that happens, you'll start making way more money, but you can open up more customers. Or you already have a list of more customers. But as you can see, that gives you 36 more customers, 18 more customers. And you can rotate that weekly. If you say, hey, I think 3 is enough for me, I'm okay with making $3,300 to $3,800. Or if you say, okay, I want to go, a little bit further where I can help service roughly 25 to 50 customers a week. And that's where you could order 4 bundles weekly. Or if you're making enough money, you're paying roughly $1,600 a month or almost $1,700 a month, you can use your total income and just purchase 12 packs of lemonade, and just go ahead and have your inventory for the entire month. Some people are doing that as well once they get their income. So those are just different ideas people are using. And then, like I said, as they get the money that they're starting to make, what they're starting to do now is they're using, making bundles and doubling the amount of income they're making. So pretty close to doubling. Like $7,000 is a lot of money, but again, this is a little bit off because it says $90, but you're really spending about $150. So 150 times 4 is about, the numbers are way off. That's a 1680. But yeah, 150 times 4 equals 600 times 4. So you're really paying about $2,400 a month on 4 bundles. So that's still a really good amount of money that you're making off of individual sales, and that doesn't even include what you're making from your distributors. So I'm going to see if there's any questions I missed in the chat. If not, I will see if I can open it up for you guys. See if any of you guys have questions. If not, then I will end this call. And then I'll have this posted in the Facebook group. Any questions? Going once, going twice. Right, let me stop the recording.
Thank you so much for explaining